Oh my God, the sounds I make when I come into this studio. I already had a few rock star interviews today. You get fired up when you talk to these creative people, these musicians, because the way that they bring sight and sound together just blows me away. It just inspires me to want to continue being creative, even during moments where you're going, I don't have it. This is how we do it. Do what? Right. Yet we are the generation that lays claim to having done it all. What? Right. I'm amazed at what we do every day. Social media with all its content, and what does any of it mean? It's created a universe of content-addicted imaginations. I mean, leaping onto social media takes the mind and heart off inflation. We ain't thinking about crime. Oh, forget that high price of gas. I'm extremely guilty of jumping onto the hookup during red lights in traffic. I use the medium first thing in the morning exactly the same way my father read the daily newspaper. You got to kind of chuckle, as well as support Elon Musk. Oh, he lashed out against TikTok earlier this week, claiming the global app is destroying civilization. This is how we do it. Do what? Right. It doesn't really matter what we're doing, because through social media, we're going to make it look bigger than life, and that's when people start buying into your idea. Hey, it's Arrow. This is the Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I love being a silent watcher. That's what a wolf is, sitting underneath the brush, just looking at life, looking at things move around, and you go, wow, I'm getting into this. And then you write about it, sharing the story. This is the Daily Mess. The building of an idea. In my 20s, I always rushed through every one of my thoughts. I'd rush through them. But a good idea can only grow so far. Now, when I got into my 40s, I became that silent watcher, basically meaning I learned to stand back and watch the slightest ideas escape from the seed formation. The foundation of hope became stronger because learning about how much time is required to develop an idea needs more than just patience. It calls out for forgiveness. We are quick to drop an idea only to return to it on a different day, over and over again. See, I don't believe in failure. I don't. I see chance and change as elements of structure, which the 20-year-old me couldn't see, because he was chasing the victory. At 60, which I'll be in less than 7 days, the game has evolved into a story. These were the chosen paths of the process. Learning from each, the idea bears fruit. The next step is to mend the soil. But it took me 60 years to get here. You know, I loved the 20s. When I was in my 20s, I was a wild child because I got to do everything that I couldn't do as a teenager. But what I did in my 20s, I had to mop up in my 30s. That's where I started writing, daily writing, because I had a really crazy 20s. And so that's when I started learning, oh my God, dude, we got to mend this. This is going to take time. And so by the time I reached my 40s, it was one of those where it's like, okay, so if I mended it, if I mopped the floor, if I picked up the dirt on the floor and dusted things in the 20-year-old's life, I can try new things again, right? In my 40s. And then when I got to my 50s, it was like, well, good job on a second chance, but I think you can do better. Let's just sit back here and not watch life move on. We'll take our steps, but we're going to understand why we took those steps. And now that I'm going to be 60 in less than 7 days, I just want to do one thing. I just had this in a conversation. I was talking with Mitchell Cohen. He's got a brand new book out about Arista Records. And I said, if we would just take the time to just stop and listen to other people's stories, we would be a smarter generation. Because when you learn from other people's experiences, amazing things happen to your personal victory. I'm Arrow, and that's the Daily Mess.